Enlightenment with incense and moldavite. And Kiki here. This is a more serious segment than usual, I think. It is a full moon. And we're going to be spilling the peanut butter. I smelled poop, literally, before filming. Do you have something stuck under your tail? I think it's a psychic smell. This shit's gonna hit the fan. I'm spilling the peanut butter. Okay, it's another hairy portal. Cloak up. Stay indoors. Really. The psychic messages of the environment. It was a parasite management. And then the name meant Matthew, doubled up with like the lines of dissolution. So this is a dissolution happening with the alchemy. It's a big parasite removal happening on the astral with your neighbors across the street. The street is the separation. This is metaphorical. All right, don't get caught up in other people's shit. You really don't want to do that. I realized yesterday, after a 2-hour hands-on session with a transgender woman, and there is a difference between men and women. All women regret it, all of them. So it took me 2 days to recover from 2 hours. And added to the list is I can't, it's not healthy for me to empathize with transgender. You can judge me as you want, but it means nothing to me. I'm a super empath, and I know what hurts me. And it would take 48 times the pay for it to be worth it if I chose to work with that again. Same as I can't work with someone who has an active hemorrhoid, because I don't want an active hemorrhoid for no matter what amount of money. I can't work with someone who's dying of cancer because I don't want to take on their cancer to clear it. It just isn't fair to me. So I have a list, no cold or flu symptoms in the last 2-3 weeks, no injections of any kind for the last 4 weeks. Now added to it is no active hemorrhoid, nobody dying of cancer in the house, even if they're just in the house. I've taken that up to transmute and clear. It's ridiculous. And transgender, it just to unweave that binding that I took on, those emotions. So this may enlighten you if you or somebody you know is suffering from the gender thing. I wrote down what I banished. If you do right-hand magic, if you take on the stuff of others, as I do, this is where the lesser banishing ritual of the pentagram comes in, where you name specific frequency energies, give it a name that will never be repeated again, and you banish it. And so I named it what it was in English. I added a sound at the end of it that can never be repeated, and made that the full name, and I banished it to make it easier, because I had to use the I had to have my sort of discernment out fiercely to be able to cut through that, because it's thick. I touched the scar, and the thing is, women already have the masculine in them. The divine feminine contains it all. So the crux of it all is it's resurrected pain, regret. Okay, that was the big takeaway I got. It's like you do all this to try to feel better from all your pain and all your trauma in your life and your shitty parents and your childhood and church. Okay, this is a big one. I have not met any transgender person who doesn't believe in God. And so it's too far from me. It's just two different worlds. They won't follow me enough for me to be able to guide them home. They need to find a light that's closer to them. I guess. So it's resurrected pain, regret that was the kind of revelation that allowed me to unweave the rest. And they deny that. There's a denial of that. And that's why they stuff all their emotions down with pharmaceutical antidepressants and pharmaceutical psychological drugs, which make hooks in the brain and further separate you from your emotions. And what was I banished so much. False mother, belly button pain. Okay, banished. Banished. I had to write this backwards. Insanity from contradictions. Yeah, that's what tries to, that's the energy that's around the head. And there's a rigidness of thinking. Such a rigidness. That's why there's an insanity of contradictions. Kiki's on my leg, so I can't get the marker. So wherever it erased, I'm going to write it in red. Insanity from contradictions. Okay, it's banished. And there's a weight of not being able to bear it all. Banished. Now, everybody who needs therapy, who needs help, who asks for help, it's always, some kind of heavy confusion, this, that. The difference with the transgender is I work with Jesus Christ of Nazareth when there's demons involved. And with a lot of transgender, they don't believe in God or demons. And the belief system runs everything. And also like the type to get, jabberooed 4 times, not seeing the connection when something hurts you. And this could be relate to anything. It doesn't have to be a job. It could be a person. You don't make the connection when something hurts you. You go back to the same thing, because you don't feel good. You just want something. That was another thing that I banished. It's the energy of wanting something to make you feel better. Just something. You just want to feel better. You just want to feel better, and you want something to make you feel better. And this something is external. And you're always looking for something external. And so it's too far removed from God. The people that believe that God abandoned them, they abandoned God. Relationship is a two-way street. And it's very sad because there are tons of demons in church. And people connect their experiences with church as that being God. Or as, scripture from a possessed priest being God. No, God is your personal relationship with all that is good. And that saving frequency of higher force that lives within your heart. All is within. And so anyway, I am a super empath, and it took me 2 days to get over 2 hours. And psychic messages, I saw a royal blue, at first like beat up car outside my window, and then I saw a royal blue Ferrari. So there's a transformation that's going to happen in our pineal gland. I think our minds were under attack by dark forces, big time. Oh, yes, I banished. There's parasites of the eyes, blood, and tissues. And like that's the demons. The slugs in the ears. So it's like when people can't see, can't hear, and they're just like so caught up like that. It's a martyr thing. And it's not up to you to save everybody. And that's why, as a super empath, if I connect with that kind of energy, if I empathize with that kind of energy, I'm toast. So people have